to another tutorial. For today's look, I wanted to do something really soft on the eyes, a girly pink lip, and not too dramatic lashes, something you could wear every day and something that's really easy to do. So keep watching and I hope you enjoy. Okay, for the first palette, we're going to go with the Lock Mega Pro 2, and I'm going to go with the shade Sorbet. This is going to be our transition shade. It's super light. We're going to apply this all over the crease. And this is also to kind of get the general shape that we're going to do. And then next with Tawny, this is a very light brown shade. We're going to also place that on top of the Sorbet to darken it up a little bit. And then I'm using my IT Cosmetics crease brush. And then next with Gochi, I'm hoping I'm saying that right. It's a maroon shade, and I'm going to place this just a little bit below the two other shades. And this is just as well to give it more definition, make it more noticeable. And I'm going to place this all over the crease as well. And just a little disclaimer, I did not film myself doing my eyebrows. I'm still learning a new technique, haven't got to the way I really wanted it, so next video I will. And then as you can see, we went ahead and used the Anastasia Self-Made palette, and I went in with the shade Hot Chocolate, and with a small tiny definer brush, I'm going to put this on our outer corner and sort of make like a V shape. If you haven't seen this palette in person, go to Ulta right now, do some swatches. I promise you this palette is absolutely gorgeous. Probably one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this right underneath the crease. And as you can see, my lid is looking a little crazy, but I promise that once we put the lid color on top, you won't be able to notice. Okay, and I'm going to go with a tiny amount of black, and I'm going to use a small Real Techniques definer brush and put this on my outer corner. If I can go back, I think I wouldn't have done the black. Now after I saw the video, the look looks a little more dramatic. I was hoping it was a little more softer, but hey, it's okay. We'll make this work. And then gonna go ahead and blend everything out. Okay, and for my favorite lid color of all time, I'm going with the pink champagne. And of course, I did damp my brush with some MAC Fix Plus to make the color even pop. Yeah, I highly recommend for any glitter shadow, always damp your brush with some MAC Fix Plus. I promise you, you will see a difference on the color. And then, of course, going with my favorite cream liner from Maybelline, I'm going to apply a tiny, tiny line all over my lid. Sorry, my lash line. And then I'm using my e.l.f. cream liner brush. And I ordered so many brushes from Morphe. I'm so excited to get them and start filming with them. And voila, after the tape, we have our line now. And we're going to do a really small cat eye, nothing too dramatic today. And I really like how the cat eye kind of stops in the middle. And then you can see the shadow at the end. I think it's a really cool transition. Okay, for my primer, we're going to go ahead and go with the Nivea Shea After Balm in Sensitive. And you just need a tiny amount, and you're going to rub it all over your face until it gets really tacky. And once you feel like it's really tacky and you smell like a man, you're good to go. So that my skin can be really glowy, since we went really natural in the eyes, I'm going to go ahead and go with the Becca Backlight Filming Primer.
What is it filled with?
It's filled with 3 luminous filtering pearls. Sounds fancy. I can't say it. How do I say it?
3 unique luminescent.
It's filled with 3 unique luminous fluorescent pearls.
Luminous.
Luminous pearls.
I don't think it says fluorescent.
I thought it did. Oh, filtering.
There you go.
Okay. I was told that this is infused with 3 luminous filtering pearls. So, sounds fancy. Let's give it a try. And just a tiny amount. I'm not going to put this on my nose because I tend to get really oily there, and so I don't want to look more oily. And for my foundation today, I'm going to go with the Smashbox Studio Skin 15 Hour Wear. I really love this foundation because I really have dry skin. This does not patch on any of my dry areas, and it lasts all day and it doesn't get cakey at all. And I'm going to use my IT Cosmetics, the 110 flat buffering brush to apply this. And now for my favorite makeup product of all time, my concealer, my Urban Decay Naked Skin, and I'm in the shade Light Warm. And as you can see, I'm really red on my nose. I really don't apply much foundation on my nose. I apply more concealer. And then we're just gonna go and make a upside down triangle. And I didn't get very much sleep, so I'm gonna go ahead and pack this on. Same as the other side, another upside down triangle. And then any blemish areas that you have, for me that's everywhere. Okay, and then right here in between my eyebrows, and then a lot on my nose. I'm always naturally really red there. And then as women, we're naturally really red right here too. So I don't really recommend putting too much foundation there because then I can get really cakey. Just go ahead and apply a concealer, especially with concealer like this. It's really water-based, also very lightweight. It doesn't crease, so you don't have to worry about it gunking up later and being all ratchet. And I'm gonna go ahead and take my Real Technique sponge. If you're using the Beauty Blender, I recommend you trying this one. This one is $10 cheaper. Everyone's loving this one just as much, just because it has a flat top, so it's easier to apply your concealer. And I always want to use it with a damp sponge. And go ahead and blend it in. I might have applied too much. There's no going back now. Trying to be careful, this stuff is so expensive. We're gonna go with the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I'm so used to seeing everyone use this, but trust me, it's amazing. We're gonna go ahead and bake, cook, whatever you wanna call it. And then you're gonna go ahead and apply it where you put your concealer so that way it doesn't crease. Apply a little more. And we're gonna let it sit there and then we'll bake off. Sorry, we'll brush off the remaining of it. And then for the remaining of my face, we're gonna go with the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores. This is also the translucent powder. And I like to put this on the rest of my face. And now for contouring, I'm gonna go with the Lorac Mega Pro. And then we're gonna go with the light shade. And then for contouring, I always like to go where my hairline is. And you can kind of see that natural jawline. And then that's where we're going to place it. Oh, and I'm using this contour brush from IT Cosmetics. And once you do that, so you don't have the harsh line, I'm gonna go ahead and grab any big Kubiki brush and just buff it out. I usually like to go really heavy with my contour. I'll do a cream contour first and then put powder on top. But since I wanted this to be a more natural look, we're just gonna do a very light contour today. And then after that, since like I said, I want to do a very light contour, I'm going to grab a flat brush and we're going to go ahead and bake our contour with the Laura Mercier powder. And we're just going to go ahead and leave that there and brush it off later. I'm going to go really light on the bronzer. I'm going to go with the bronze bronzer by Physicians Formula. And I'm just going to apply a little bit along my hairline. If you have a smaller forehead, I would recommend doing your whole hairline. But since my forehead's kind of big, I'm just going to do half of it. So that way it doesn't look like I have a bigger forehead. And just along the hairline. I always tell my guests that are just starting to want to contour and bronze to think of the number 3. So when you go like this, you're going to have your forehead, your jawline, your cheek, and then your jawline, just like the number 3. And that's an easy way to remember. So I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit on my jawline. And for highlighting, we're going to, of course, go with Becca Champagne Pop by Jaclyn Hill. I love this highlighter so much. And I like to spray my brush with some MAC Fix Plus because I'm very fair, so that way it's a lot more noticeable. And you're just going to put it right here on top of your cheekbone. And we're gonna go ahead and wipe off our bake. Now you can see we have a very natural contour. Nothing heavy and crazy. And I usually do contour my nose with my cream contour, but since we're not doing that today, just like that. I like how my pimple's highlighted. Okay, and for blush today, I'm gonna go with Tarte, and this one's called Entertain. And I'm gonna go with my Real Techniques blush brush. Apply a little on the apples of my cheek. And then with blush, I actually like to bring it back. So I'll do my cheeks, and then I bring it all the way back. It's a new technique I've been doing, and I've been really liking it. And I'm gonna go back with the hot chocolate shade and then go ahead and put a little bit on our lower lash line, and then we're gonna smoke it out. So after your shadow is smoked out, for our inner corners, I'm gonna go with MAC Nylon. This is a really pretty frosty shade. That's gonna go right on our inner corner. To open up the eyes even more, we're going to go with the NYX white eyeliner, and we're going to put that white on our waterline. And this is going to make our eyes appear bigger. Since this this is a very natural look, I wanted to go ahead and do a very light lip. I'm going with the MAC in Cream Cup. This is a very soft baby pink lip. And that's it for my tutorial, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for the next one. Bye, guys. nothing too crazy. And delete it. You can delete it. What? You always tell me to look at the camera. What? What? What'd I do? And stay tuned for more. Too fake.
What? We're gonna bake. We're gonna cook. Yeah, no, seriously. We're gonna cook. What is it?